Hello Twin Flames and welcome to the Daily Twin Flame reading for Sunday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And we're going to bring in the Karmic 101 today to really connect with karmic situations and take a focused look at what's going on. Now your masculine may be in a karmic relationship right now, or maybe you're in a karmic relationship right now and you're wondering what the future holds. You're wondering how you're going to be together, how the universe is going to create the way, if there is ever an ending to what seems endless in their life. And obviously this is reminding you that you are an endless love to your twin. So all paths lead home. We always end up where we're meant to be. Now, some of you may not be dealing with a karmic situation as a person or relationship, but maybe there's something else going on. There could be a family member that seems to be sticking their nose in, or maybe there's a job that's causing them problems, or it could be connected with an addiction such as alcohol or drugs or gambling or financial issues. There can be many things that can be karmic that can affect the connection before union. And these are lessons being learned. So really anything karmic is a lesson. It's something that we need to overcome in this lifetime. Usually things we've planned to overcome in this lifetime before we were born into this body to be free. And it's all connected with releasing fear. You know, anything that's karmic seems to be connected with fear-based energies. You know, we fear walking away. We fear making changes. We're afraid. And it's because the ego tries to edge all of the goodness out to bring that fear in. So we're going to connect and see what's going on. So regardless of your situation, I feel this reading will help in some way. You know, not only to decipher what's going on within your connection right now, but also to understand the journey a little bit better. So we're going to use the Karmic 101 for this. This is a deck I created where the masculine is directly addressing the karmic partner or the karmic situation. So we're going to channel this deck. So we're going to shuffle this. So what's the karmic situation? What's going on? What do we need to be aware of? So I'm taking out any cards I'm guided to. The first card I feel is the most important one though. And then I'm going to bring in another karmic kind of deck, which is another deck I created called the Divine Masculine Distraction Oracle. And this connects with everything else. So, you know, this is anything else that you're doing that may seem like karmic. You know, like a karmic energy, like, for example, if they are online or, you know, there's other things going on. So these are the cards. And obviously this distraction oracle, it doesn't just connect with distractions or karmic energies. It is an oracle deck, so it brings in guidance. It helps us to understand where their mind is and their emotions and what's happening. Now, around this right now, I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Tarot Made Easy. So, another deck I created to get an energy for the Divine Feminine today, regardless of what's going on. So, we've got, here we go, these cards have jumped out. So, we've got the energy around the Divine Feminine. We're going to do the energy around the Divine Masculines. Wow, look at that release for the masculine, very powerful. These cards all flew out here. And I've got another card sticking out. I know that's gone back in. And then energies around the journey. Energies around the journey. Energies around the journey. There we go. We've got one card coming out and we've got one card sticking out. So let's start here and then we may go a bit further because I've also got some further cards. I've got What's Next Oracle. And I've got the guidance, the connection requires guidance card. So I'm going to bring these in if I need to. And, you know, sometimes I say I'm bringing decks in and then I forget because the angels kind of don't draw me to them for whatever reason. So let's pop these cards down and we're going to connect with the karmic situation. And then obviously when we go into the energies around the feminine, masculine journey, it will also make a lot more sense. So right now the masculine is saying stop shouting at me. So in this karmic situation he's in right now, there could be some arguments going on. And he's saying, please stop shouting at me. He's had enough of arguing. He's had enough of heated conversations. Stop shouting at me. So if he is in a relationship and maybe on social media it all seems nice and wonderful behind those closed doors, there's actually a lot of arguing going on. He may even be arguing with people at work. He could be arguing with friends. He could be arguing with family. You know, he could be arguing with his own self because his higher self could be saying something rational and his ego could be saying something else, and his higher self is saying, stop shouting at me. Let's talk about this. So he could also be having these battles with himself. So I feel he's in some kind of conflict right now, or some kind of inner battle. And that's because he's made the choice. He said, I've made my choice. So he's made a choice. He's already made the choice in his mind. Now he has to put it into action in the physical world. So he's saying, I've made my choice. Please stop shouting at me. So this choice could be, as I said, to leave a karmic relationship. So the karmic partner may be shouting at him because he's made his choice. And that may have made him or helped him to make his mind up about this choice. Or it could be that, you know, he's decided to walk away from his job, or maybe his partner's shouting at him saying, no, you know, don't do that, because what about money? What about this and that? And he's saying, look, I've made my choice. And it's all a stepping stone. So, you know, if he needs to leave a job in a karmic relationship, it will be a stepping stone to his freedom. Or her. I always say him when I'm channeling, so bear with me on that, okay? I've made my choice. This could even be if you're shouting at him. I don't feel it is you, but, you know, maybe you are kind of having heated discussions because he's saying, I've made my choice. And this can also be what they do when they decide to give it one last go with a karmic partner, because he may say, I've made my choice. Okay, I'm going to give it one last go, or I'm going to try again. And the reason they do that, they don't do that because they want to make it wonderful between them and the karmic partner. They do it so that when they do leave, they can say, I've given it another try. So if that karmic partner kind of turns around and says, can we give it another go? He can say, we already did. I've made my choice. So I feel this is a very powerful energy the masculine's in. So this is a determined choice. You know, a determined energy in his mind. He's saying, I've made my choice. And he's saying, I stayed for the wrong reasons. I know that now. So those reasons could be financial reasons. They could be connected with children. They could be connected with fear. You know, his own behaviour. He's saying, I stayed for the wrong reasons. I know that now. So again, put this into your own situation. Because that could be, I stayed in this karmic relationship for the wrong reason. I stayed in this marriage for the wrong reason. I stayed in this job for the wrong reason. I stayed in this addiction for the wrong reasons. I know that now. So he's coming to terms with all the things he needs to change. And he's saying to his karmic partner or his boss or whoever he's talking to, I care about you, but I don't love you. So I care about you. So I really feel he's talking to a karmic partner here. He probably wouldn't say to a boss, I don't love you, you know. But he's saying to this karmic partner, I care about you, but I don't love you. So he's admitting, you know, of course I care about you. We've spent time together. We may have children together. We've had a life together. So I care about you as a friendly connection, you know, like a sister-brother kind of thing. I care about you, but I don't love you. And they're spending more time working because they don't want to spend time in that situation. So he's saying to the karmic partner, I'm spending more time at work, or I'm spending more time working on a project or something I want to achieve because I don't want to really spend time with you. Because I need to explain things to my family. So he's also saying that too, you know, he needs to explain things to my family. So if your twin is quiet and you don't know why, but you know he's walking away from a situation, or he needs to, he's saying, there's no need to shout at me. I've made my choice. So it's like he's saying to you as well, Divine Feminine, you don't have to worry. You know, I've already made my choice to leave because I know now that I stayed for the wrong reasons and I need to make changes. I just need to explain things to my family, whether that's to his children, his karmic partner, or his actual family like mum, dad, sister, brother, or people he sees as family like friends. And he said, I'm spending more time working because I don't want to spend time with the karmic partner. I don't want to be around anyone right now. I care about the karmic partner, but I don't love them because I love you, Divine Feminine, and I want to make changes. So what the masculine is understanding is they need to nourish and nurture themselves. Look at this. We've got the gardening card. So gardening is about them understanding that they need to give back to the self. You know, when we go out and garden, we are looking after the greenery, the flowers, the trees, the soil. We're nurturing it. And the feminine energy is very nurturing and nourishing. So what the masculine is saying here is, you've nourished me and nurtured me enough. I need to now nourish and nurture myself to understand what's next for me. I need to give back to myself. I need to gain my own confidence now. I need to find my own strength. I need to do it my way. I need to take responsibility for my situation. So they're very aware they need to nourish and nurture themselves, as well as giving to their children or giving to their job or trying to be the perfect husband when they don't feel that way or whatever it is. So he said, I just need to nourish myself and give to myself right now. And that's another reason they can pull away, because they feel like they can't deal with what they need to deal with and be around you at the same time. It can be very painful. Painful, it can be very disorientating. So he needs to nourish and nurture himself. And if he is actually gardening, if that's something he's distracting himself with, it's because he's finding peace and quiet and calm. When we're outdoors in nature, we feel calm, we feel connected to source, we feel at peace. And also we've got clothes here, because he's saying, I'm trying to fit in with others to feel normal, and that feels abnormal to me. I'm trying to do what other people say. So what he's saying is, for too long, I've tried to fit in with society, or I've tried to be normal when I'm not normal. Because let's be honest, when we are awake on this journey, we realise it would be boring if we were all the same. We're not meant to be normal. We're not meant to fit in, to dim our light. We're meant to stand out because we are leaders. So we may feel a bit weird, or people may think we're a bit strange or eccentric, and there's nothing wrong with that. So he's saying, I've had enough of trying to fit in with others to feel normal. I want to stand out. I'm realising I am normal because I want to stand out. And he's saying, I'm also changing the things I'm doing. So, the clothes as well. You may notice he's changed his clothes or his appearance, or there's something different about the things he's doing. Because he wants to stand out, he wants to shine. So changing his outfits, changing his outward kind of expression of himself could also be a big sign that this change is taking place. And we've also got knitting. So I'm not saying your divine masculine is sitting around knitting. Okay, it's about knitting things together, taking the time to do things right. So this is why things take time, because he wants to do it right. He needs to work it out. And especially if there's a marriage, if there's a marriage he's releasing. The marriage is connected with the desire to commit. So a lot of the times the masculines get married or end up in karmic marriages or situations where they may be living with someone because they have that desire, and they have the desire to commit. And they may have big, huge wounds around commitment that they go into these marriages or situations to release and heal, so that when they are with you, they're able to marry you and be with you without any fear or any stress or struggle. Because a sacred twin flame love in union is more than a piece of paper anyway. It's something magical. Me and George, for example, have been in union for 4 years, and our relationship is magical. We don't need to get married to prove that to anyone, because we already feel that we are spiritually married. But what the masculine is saying is, if I had any issues around marriage because of childhood or a past life or what I've seen going on with other people, I may have got married to heal those things because I've always had a desire to commit to you. And he's taking the time to do things right, to knit things back together. So I'm definitely seeing this as marriage in your future with your twin, if that's what you both desire. Now, the energy around the feminine today is security. So really all you want is security. You want to feel secure in your connection. In other words, you want that commitment. You want that communication. You want that trust. You want to know the relationship is going somewhere. And when we don't get that as a divine feminine, we feel defensive. We put our own barriers up. We take things personally. We think there's something wrong. And that can also create delays when we don't understand the delays. So delays happen to align everything. The delay, as they say, creates the way. The delay is the alignment. It's about things falling into place and happening. And the delays lead to the eventual positive outcome. So feminine is about trusting that everything you're going through on your journey and everything that they are going through on their journey as a masculine is leading to the end result, because all paths lead home. Eventual positive outcome. For the masculines, they are preparing for a new beginning. They want to take that leap of faith. They want to jump into the unknown. They are preparing for this. And a lot of them will be waiting for the new year. And you might think, oh, this is what I thought last year. But everything happens for a reason. They don't want to, run away from their children when there's holidays ahead or, things going on. So they have to wait for the right time. And they are gathering money and support and security because they want to build a solid foundation. So I'm definitely feeling between December and April, there's going to be big shifts forward for the masculine here. But what he's saying is I need to do this right to make sure my kids are okay, to make sure that I don't leave anyone in the lurch, to make sure that I'm not being tied up in any red tape, to make sure I can move out of this situation at the right time with all the right resources, because I want to be able to give to our love. So I feel they are taking care of business in a way, making sure they're financially free, getting out of debt, making sure they have enough. And they are at this crossroads in their life, and that's the decisions. Yet they've already made the choice to leave. They've already made the choice to move on. But they just need to put that into play in a way in the physical reality. He's saying, I am moving through a cycle of completion that's been taking place since 2021. It's a new beginning for me as I release the past. So this is about moving towards the light at the end of the tunnel. It's about knowing that the best things are yet to come and trusting the journey. So for the journey itself, look at this, we've got divine love. So there's no connection like it. It's divine love. You were meant to be. The Two of Cups is about love, best friends united in love, the magic of the love. And look at this, I've got angel bump, celebration and reunion. So I'm definitely feeling within the next 2 to 3 months, celebration and reunion, which really resonates with all the readings we've been doing lately about moving into Libra season, Scorpio. Things are changing, moving ahead. So trust the love. There will be a celebration. There will be eventual positive outcome. There will be reunion. That will lead to union and marriage and everything you want. You just have to trust the masculine to do it their way, because he's saying to you, I've already made my choice. I've made my choice, and guess what, Divine Feminine? That choice is you. Amazing. I hope that helps, and if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com, and tickets are on sale right now to get involved in the day event I've got planned for next year. So if you'd love to be in a room with me and all of our soul family in 2024, check out all the details below. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.